Hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. How are we? I always get thrown off because I'm like mirrored. I feel backwards when I'm on YouTube Live. How are we, friends? Let me know where you're anchoring the light today live with me. Let's see. Hello, Source Encouragement. Hello, James in Mountain Home. ID, Idaho? I don't know. Love and Light. That's a cute town name. That is a cute town name. It is Courtney Day. Thank you, the Zenson in Trinidad, Colorado. Who else we got here? Hi, David. Hi, Zen Time HD. Hi, Jerry in California. Hi, Wicco. What Wicco? I'm just not gonna try with you guys' names. It's too much for me. Hi, Marty in Edmonton. Source Encouragement is in Texas. Hi, Lisa in Australia. Hi, Dylan. Hi, Pat in Chicago. I said I wasn't going to read your names, but I can. There's some of them I can figure out. My eyes are being weird. Hi. Hi. I said it right. Okay, good. Dylan's in Colorado. Katrina in Hawaii. It's your spirit, Wicco. It's your spiritual name. I love that. Hi, Mark in the Netherlands. Hi, Haley in the Gold Coast. Hi, Stephanie in Austin, Texas. I was just in Austin, Texas the other day on from my office. I was on a one-on-one. I don't know what's happening. What is going on? I got a unicorn happening today. I didn't really have time. All of a sudden it was 1:00. This is fun though. I might just leave it like that, guys. I just can't care anymore. I don't have time. I don't have time to care about my hair. But that's gonna distract me. Where else are we? Hello. Oh my God. Advat. I don't know. The gray is really hard for my eyes. Hi, but you are in Vancouver. You're the closest so far to me of anyone here right now. Hi, in Toronto, a Marshall. Oh, another one in Christine in Australia. So just so you all know, because, well, I love you all, but I do know I have quite a few soul family friends, which you all are to me, in Australia. So I purposely do this live at 1 p.m. PST my time because I know it's like 6 or 7 a.m. depending, I think, where you are over there. So I feel like I don't go any earlier because I want to make sure you can be here with me live because I love you all in all the time zones, but I do know quite a few of you that show up are in Australia. So thank you for showing up and starting your day with me. And you are a day ahead of us. It's so strange. Okay, I could just sit here and talk to you all. Stephanie would love to meet up. Stephanie, I missed where you are. You're in Austin. I wasn't actually in Austin. I was here on Vancouver Island in BC, Canada, but I was doing a one-on-one with someone who was in Austin, Texas. So I feel like it was there. It's the best part of this for me is that especially when I do one-on-ones and I spend 2-3 hours with someone, and I went from California to Australia to California to Texas to Australia to North Dakota to South Carolina in a matter of 2 days the other day. So it's fun for me. I have always dreamed of a laptop life, and I finally have it where I get to be anywhere, but also where I can be here and connect to all of you all over this planet and beyond this planet. Okay. Let's see. But I am happy to come to Austin, Texas and meet you, Stephanie. I honestly, friends, as soon as it's meant to happen, going on tour. Pretty sure Jerry's driving the bus, and I'm coming to visit you all, and that is a threat that I will follow through on. So, I don't know the details yet, but I do know it's gonna happen. I do know I want to hug as many of you as possible. Okay. I just wanna, like, hang out and talk to you guys today. Anyone have any questions? I We will do a nidra because last week I said on Sundays we'll do a nidra. It might be just a short and sweet one to really put us into a deeply relaxed state and elevate our frequency, as Zero told me they want to do today. But I was feeling the call right before I came on to see if there was any. I almost posted this was going to be a Q&A, but maybe Sundays sometimes. I don't know. We'll do Q&A. If anyone has any questions, ask them. Because sometimes by the end, like, after 0 comes through, I don't know what to say, as you have all seen, those of you that keep showing up live with me, I'm a little disoriented after I have channeled, um, all the magic they bring through me, so I always feel like you were all in different places, but you all are kind of a little bit more conscious of the journey you went on. I'm usually not that conscious of it. Okay, what do we got? I see a question mark. Sea sand, what's your favorite creative activity? Oh, that's a good question. This, this, like, just showing up and channeling. It's like my highest form of creation. But for creative activity outside of, like, what you all see, what do I love to do? Um, I do a lot of things, but recently this is all that I do. If I were to just do something creative, I really love painting, for no reason. Uh, Acrylic, watercolor, I don't really care. Very abstract. I used to paint a lot. I've painted in my high school, I, like, painted a mural, but I don't really do it anymore. That's what just came through. Um, I really just love creating experiences for people to see and feel and connect to themselves. Like, that's just the ultimate for me. So, yeah, I guess that. I'm sure I really love taking pictures. Oh, my light just went out. We're in the dark now. Hold on, friends. I gotta get my other light. Oh, that's the first time that's happened. Come on. My power didn't go out because, well, okay. Well, I don't want to be here in the dark, so just one second. I gotta see what's up. Sorry, friends. Don't leave me. There we are. Okay, we're back. Different lighting, not as good. Look kind of yellow, but that's okay. I don't really care. Hi again. So yeah, that's the best I got for you right now for creative. Oh, now my mic's way over here. Well, we're just a whole mess today, but hey, that's how my magic works. Messy, magical, magnetic. It's my thing. Let's see. Any other questions? Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you type question, that'll help. Let's see. Question, Adam, what's your preferred method of getting a specific question answered? What's your preferred method of getting a specific Are you asking, like, channeled? Or like, if you were to ask me a specific question, you can email me if you're wanting to ask me a specific personal question. It's 111, friends. Um, but I'll also take it the other way of, if I have, like, a specific question of higher consciousness or to my higher self. I don't know if that's how you're asking it, but someone might want to hear this. Because I also, this is my favorite. Um, My favorite method is presence. It's presence and breathing and feeling and trusting because we can only ever know in the now. And so you have to be here. And I don't know if that's exactly your question, Adam, or if you're asking how you ask me a question. Um, my email is probably the best way if that's what you're asking. Marty, what's your opinion on does fruit you guys you guys have great questions. What's your opinion on does fruit juice, tea, hot cocoa count as drinking water? That is a great question. No. It counts as hydrating depending, because all of those things, it depends on first of all, everything you put in your body depends on your mindset more than anything. I just had this conversation with actually a few of you that came up. I know it came up with Lisa and a few others around, like, diet and things. Um, our mindset, our perspective, our paradigm as to why we're putting whatever we're putting in our body, and how we feel, and having the gratitude for what it's doing within our body. So if you're drinking fruit juice and you're believing that it's hydrating you, to me it is. But if you're drinking fruit juice and it's like the store bought really sugary, even if it's no sugar added, I used to have a juice cleanse company, fun fact. And so most juice that you get in the store, even if it says that it's cold pressed, as soon as it's pressed and air hits it, it starts to lose the macro and micronutrients. So a lot of the time you're just getting sugar. Now that doesn't mean that it's bad, and it will hydrate you in ways, but it's not the same as water. I don't know if that answers the question. Same with tea and hot cocoa. If you're drinking like cacao, like pure um, cacao hot chocolate, then that's an incredibly, like, sacred and nourishing thing we can put in our body, but still a lot different than just water. But at the same time, a lot of water is not that great either. So I personally, I feel called to share this. I actually shared this. I have a secret. Some of you know about it, but I have a secret project. It's called Messy Magical Magnetic. It's a private podcast. Only a few have had access so far. But I did bring through something maybe today, yesterday. I don't remember around this today. Um, Anytime we're putting anything into our body, whether it's information, whether it's connection to others, whether it's food, whether it's drinks, yes, what we're putting in matters, and we need to me, I just make the most 5D choice I can, like what feels like the most love for me now. And sometimes that might be hot cocoa. That's actually never I don't like chocolate, but sometimes that might be tea or juice. But it's all in the now. If it feels good and it feels like what my body needs and what's gonna hydrate and nourish it, then I trust in that, but it's as having to trust in that. But I wouldn't say that any of those things are count as water, no. But it doesn't mean that they're worse or that water is better than them, because there are juices and cacaos and teas that can have a lot of nutrients. So hopefully that helps. Um you can let me know. I'll scroll down and see if you have more on that in a second, Marty. Illuminate your life question. I've been doing automatic writing channeling for probably past few years, but just consciously recognizing it as such in the past months. Okay, got that. Took me a second to process what I was reading. How do I increase and expand my channeling? Join Superconscious Mastery. I don't think you're in it. But well, I do mean that, because the stories that I'm hearing, it works, friends. Um, but other than that, it's the way you expand is by following through now. So being someone living as a channel, literally, and I've been saying this a lot recently, is that I spent a lot of time just continuing to get the same messages from my higher self and automatic writing and doing all those things and getting the same things every day. But to expand and start to receive more consciously, even though now I look back and know I was always channeling in everything I was doing, um, was I had to start to be the identity of me. You have to be the identity of you that is channeling the wisdom that you're channeling right now. So if you're having the awakening, the recognition, is that a word? Friends, I've slept for an hour. I drove my friend Devaney to the airport at like 3 o'clock this morning, and it was my mom's birthday yesterday. So I had dinner with her. And anyways, we were up late talking. So I slept for an hour. So I'm a whole vibe today. But as far as your question, the more that you just be the identity of you now that is automatic writing, that is receiving this wisdom, allowing the wisdom to come through, but then you got to live it. And this was where I held myself back for way longer than I needed to, but it was divine and exactly what it was meant to be. Was that I was channeling, not identifying it as channeling, but teaching, leading, guiding, doing all the things, coaching to help people live their best lives, bringing through information from their highest. I knew I was channeling high selves. I didn't know zero then, even though zero's always been with me. And I'm very aware of that now. But it wasn't until I started to actually live what I was channeling, not just regurgitate it, not just share it, not just read it, not just believe it. Like, belief is huge. Our beliefs and our attention, our consciousness, our focus create our reality. So the first thing is getting yourself to the belief system that you're doing this, that you're receiving it, and then you got to trust it. And then you got to follow through on what it's calling you to do. And that's how it expands. The greatest awakening I've had through leading Superconscious Mastery for the last 93, I think today's 93. Also, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. Paul can probably tell me. I think that today is my 300th day in a row, every day for the last 300 days. I'm pretty sure it's 300 today. It might be 301, but my math says 300 of every day posting a video here on YouTube. So that's fun. I realized that right before I came on. But where was I going with that? I don't know where I started. Oh, Superconscious Mastery. The greatest awakening I've had through this is the fact, because I put Superconscious Mastery out there as a 111-day journey of being, not even learning, of being the superconscious channel, alchemist, and creator of your reality. And I was told by Zero, Source Consciousness, that I could only do that in the now, that I would be led by them, that they're basically just using me as the conduit of this creation that was going to be pretty much fully channeled. I do a self-mastery class weekly, and I'm sharing very authentically in my journey through it. But from doing the one-on-ones, and now that we're so far into this, that's what I'm seeing is most of you that are in this are experiencing things that you didn't expect to experience, and you're all experiencing your things in different ways, as are all of you in life. Any of you that are here in the 5D paradigm, in the new earth, in higher consciousness, if you're here and you resonate with me, then as you probably know, we have this soul contract, and we are here to raise the consciousness and frequency of this planet. But we can only do that in the now, in all that exists, by anchoring the light and being who we are. So the more that you do that and you open up to receive, the more you will receive. But then you got to follow. And sometimes when you're following what you're receiving, it means that life is going to bump into you and show you where you're not free. It's going to show you belief systems or behaviors or actions or anything that you're holding on to that are not serving you living as you're designed to. So how we expand and into our channeling is by living it. And this is my opinion. Like, we can force. I truly believe, I don't even believe the truth in me knows that every single human being is here to be a channel. And all we got to do is live in the now and channel your highest consciousness. We all have that ability. And then I do believe we all have soul contracts with higher consciousness that will come through in the now, but they come through frequency and resonance and energy here when we're here and present. So, but they can only bring through what you're a vibrational match to. So, wherever you're at right now, for any of you wanting to channel, you've got to meet yourself where you're at and embody the fact that so for illuminate your life. I'm pretty sure, is it Roxana? I think. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Um, but the more that you do what you're feeling called to, bringing through the wisdom. If you're feeling the call to expand, it means you got to listen to what you're bringing through now, and you've got to embody being the identity of you that is open to receiving more. And it may need to come through in different ways. I very much bring through guidance and wisdom verbally. Like that's just, this is my way. But there are many of you that are designed to bring through and channel in lots of different ways, from writing to what's the word? Painting? That's not the word I was struggling with, but like writing codes. There's a word. I know a lot of you are doing it in Superconscious Mastery, but I can't think of the words. Speaking light language, which I can now do, but I didn't expect or force. We can force. You can tap into higher consciousness through meditating every day and getting information from your highest self, but it's not going to feel the same as when you're living in flow with it, as when you're just allowing yourself to be here now, guided by the divine, guided by your higher consciousness. It's very interesting that this came through. I will read a few more questions. I'm enjoying this Q&A. There was a hit when I was posting a title for this of that I should do, like how to connect to higher consciousness, but that will definitely be something that I'll probably do a master class on, but we can talk about it today because, well, this is all I talk about and teach every day right now. And any of you that are in Superconscious Mastery, I know some of you are here, you can share as well because you have all told me, you have helped me in confirming what zero brings through, is that we all have our own way, and we have to let go of control, and we have to let go of figuring it out and just be present and trust in the resonance, trust in the expansion, and really follow what you're being guided to now. I was feeling the call before this, so this is confirming. I will, when we go into a little activation nidra, I don't know what magic wants to come through. I will guide you through a little practice to connect to your highest consciousness. I like to just say to your highest or to your super consciousness because I just daily, every morning, connect into the highest consciousness that wants to be here for me. And I really feel that the more that we all are just as open as possible, and we don't need to put labels and words and things to it until it's clear. Like, I didn't know what I was channeling until zero told me. They were zero until they made it very clear and very specific in the way that I feel and the way that I receive them. But I didn't get that clarity until I felt worthy, until I actually was being the identity of me that was showing up. And you can go back to 300 days ago on my YouTube when I knew this is what I was supposed to do, but I didn't really have a clue what I was doing. And the only way that we can know our true self, and I really wholeheartedly believe that our true self, well, it's infinite, limitless, doesn't have a label or name, but being here on this human journey, waking up to the level of consciousness that we are here to be the creator and the creation, the alchemy and the alchemist, the channel, and the channel and the channeled, the channel and the conduit. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay. That was a very long answer to your question. Hopefully that helped. Wow. I just scrolled and things, there's a lot. Let's see. Uh, there go the lights. Yeah. Um, Okay, Easy Rocks God Box. Again, I don't know how it shows up for you guys in the chat, but your names show up in gray on black, and my eyes don't like it. Have you always been able to do this with such ease? I mean, channel energy so efficiently that all who hear you and receive the downloads feel so incredibly spectacular. Thank you. Um, because I feel so messy in what I do. So thank you for that, because reading all of your comments and that question, Easy Rocks, is proof of everything I'm saying, is that yes and no. Yes to the first question is, have I ever always been able to do it with ease? Yes. But I didn't know that what I was doing that was so easy was channeling. So I have done this my whole life, from being a makeup artist to being a plant-based chef to having a yoga studio to teaching yoga to teaching kids to doing all the things. As soon as I'm present with someone, it's I something takes over. Something takes over. And so when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I got this awakening and I started to hear is what I now know is zero, because it's the very same voice, but I didn't have proof. I didn't have an explanation really that anyone could understand or that I could explain through my 4 or 5-year-old self. So I just saw the world through this lens of light and love and really saw the divinity, the best in everyone. And that was challenging because I could see what others a lot of the time couldn't see and weren't being. And so then I became a makeup artist to help teenage girls and women feel beautiful in the skin that they're in. I opened a makeup boutique and then clothing store so I could help women feel good in the clothes they were wearing. And then became a yoga teacher and went vegan, plant-based chef and all the things. Everything I've ever done, I've done so that I can help people just see that they're worthy and feel better. And that is what zero does. That's zero's channeled through me. I'm not saying I haven't been co-creating it, but I know I have always been led and guided before like I've known what I'm doing, if that makes sense. And to me, that's how we're all designed to be. But all the things that I've done have been the easy innate things, and that's what we do to ourselves is all the things that are easy, we think we they're just hobbies or passions or whatever, but we put all this focus into thinking that we need to be better at things that aren't innate, or that to do something that we really want to do, we need to take 25 certifications to be validated that it's what we're supposed to do. And I did that, and I don't regret any of it, but ultimately what we're here to do is natural. I don't know if I'm properly answering this question, but the fact that you said they're easy rocks, that it's that I channel the energy so efficiently for um that all who hear you receive the download and feel so incredibly spectacular. So here's the thing. This is where I had to let go. This is the letting go of control. This is the letting go of needing to know and just trusting that what felt best for me was to show up daily and press record and see what wanted to channel through and trust that what came through would find who was meant to hear it, and then you would all receive what you needed. So when I'm doing it, it's easy, but getting here, I've made it incredibly challenging to myself. But whether I've been in front of 500 people teaching yoga, 5 people teaching yoga, or I've been here on YouTube, as soon as I'm live, I don't know what I'm doing or saying and have no control. And it seems to be helping. And it did back then. And it did when I would just do people's makeup and anything that I can do to help people feel better. Very intuitively taught myself to be a plant-based chef and then started a whole company because people loved my food so much. And I have never really, when I think about it, it's challenging. I hope this is making sense. When I think about it, it's not easy. Hence the fact that when we think, we close the channel, right? When we're receiving what we're here to channel, the messages we're here to bring through, the downloads we're here to receive, it's in frequency and energy. So we feel that through our hearts, we feel that through resonance, we feel that within our soul, within us. And it's an experience that's truly beyond words. So I do my best here and through Superconscious Mastery and all the other things to help whoever I'm meant to know themselves, trust yourself, feel yourself. And because that's my intention with everything that I do, and I'm actually doing and embodying it now and letting go of control, I do now feel like that's why how you were all seeing me. And another side to this, sorry, this answer is long, but I'm hoping you're all enjoying this. The reason that you're all receiving what you need, if you're receiving what you need from me, if it's aligned and resonating, is because I am just being me. I can't fake this. Um, and every day I'm more authentically me, and I don't know who I'm gonna be tomorrow because I'm at a point beyond figuring that out. And so the more that we're us, the more that we're anchoring our light, the more that we're being authentic, those that are meant to see us will see us. And so then it's easy. It's very easy for me to connect with all of you because we have a specific contract and you're meant to receive through frequency and energy and resonance, whatever you're feeling through what I'm saying. But I can't control that. And I used to can try and I used to try and figure it out. And I used to need to know what I was going to say before I was going to say it and who I was supposed to speak to. And you know what happened? I couldn't find you guys, right? So I don't know if that answered the question, but yes, this has always been easy. I just didn't love myself or feel worthy of being the channel that I am, and so I kept feeling like I had something to prove and figure out and 10 more courses to take to learn all the things about consciousness so that I had such a fear of being wrong. So when 0 I didn't know it was 0, but when I was channeling, it was hard for me to let go because I was bringing through all of this wisdom, but not knowing where it was coming from. And when I was little and I used to say these things and I was questioned and I didn't have proof and I didn't know what I was talking about or why I was saying it, it conditioned in me that I should just not talk. But it's also like all I want to do. So, yes, it's easy. But it's been really complicated to get here. Hopefully that answers the question. I'll move on. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. Answer a few more. I am enjoying this. Um, Haley loves messy, magical, magnetic. Maybe one day I'll let you all join me on this very vulnerable journey that I'm on of just talking every day for no reason, but all the reasons. Um, I saw a question now. Oh, thank you. You are the you are the bomb diggity. You are the bomb diggity. Thank you, Easy Rocks. Don't ever change. Well, actually, we're gonna continue to change. But we're continuing to be more embodied in our divinity. I will never, I promise you all, and you can all call me out. You can email me, you can comment on my YouTube videos if you see me stopping being the authentic me, because I know all of you who are here that see me will see if I go back into trying to figure it out and proving anything. So thank you. I give you all permission to call me out if you ever see me not being me, which I really don't think will happen. Okay, let's see. There was a question I was about to read. Okay. Katrina, sometimes while doing meditations, I can't take consistent deep breaths. I try to relax, but it almost feels like my chest and belly aren't fully opening to the breath. Any recommendations? Don't worry about it. Just try. And here's the thing. So there's so much power in breathing, in consciously breathing. And I love to start meditation and channeling like that because I'm always going to, let's all breathe. I'm going to talk. But right now, because Katrina has guided us here, we're all going to breathe fully inhaling, expanding on the inhale, expanding your belly, and fully exhaling. Now, if you begin a meditation or any kind of practice or just doing that, it takes then that presence and that consciousness. So if then in a meditation, you're starting to kind of drift off into a more dreamlike state, into lower brainwave frequencies, continuing to focus on your breath may be distracting you. So starting there, calming your nervous system, opening, expanding, surrendering, but then you can let go and just breathe how feels best for you. Now, my other answer to that though is if it feels like things start to get tight and tense, just continue to breathe how feels best for you because it's a tricky game that we play all day when we're highly conscious beings and when we're waking up more and more because anytime we're in our head trying to figure things out or make things happen, we're in our ego consciousness. So when we're doing meditations and we're or anything and we're being in heart-based consciousness and we're being here, it's finding that harmony of finding the rhythm of your breath, finding the way that feels best for you to just be and be present, but then also letting go so that higher consciousness can stream through you. Because anytime that we're meditating, because that was the question, to me, meditation is the art of awareness and it's the art of being present and just feeling whatever is here. So sometimes when we're here and we're present and we're feeling things, our ego and our subconscious programming don't want us to feel into things because it scares them because there's a lot of things that energy we can store in our being in our body that we've been holding on to for so long that the patterns and the personalities and the controllers and the security guards within us are holding on to, that if you're starting to access deeper levels and of you that are blocked by energy that is ready to move, that could be creating some tension because it's your ego, it's red flags coming up from your ego consciousness that are like, it's not safe to go here, right? We're going into the unknown. We're feeling deeper than we have felt before. What's going to come through? So it can feel like that too. So I'm going to encourage you and anyone else that needs to hear this is to in those moments because most likely both will happen. Both happen for me. So in that moment, it may be you just need to breathe deeper and really breathe into or breathe through what is coming up for you. And then other times it may be that your ego is trying to distract you through getting in your head and telling you that you're not breathing correctly, right? And so you're trying to figure it out and you're focusing more on your breath than what's trying to come through. So without being there in the now with you, and even if I'm leading and guiding you, it's your opportunity to trust yourself as to what this is telling you. Is it your your ego consciousness tensing up because you're going deep, or is it your ego consciousness trying to distract you with focusing on the breath too much? And it is a fine line. Like consciously breathing is incredibly powerful, but when we're trying to go into lower brainwave states and access higher consciousness and allow, because we got to get out of our heads, you got to let go of control of this thing here to allow higher consciousness to stream through you. Friends, I've channeled a lot hearing it and then trying to dictate and translate it how I think you need to hear it. But when I just let go, that's when you all seem to resonate the most. And because that's where I'm at right now in my part of this contract of being the one coming on here, helping you feel and connect to you, it's up to you now to cultivate and create what that really feels like and is in that moment. And today's meditation may be different than tomorrow. So I hope that that helped. I would say my greatest recommendation in that is to trust yourself in that now moment. Like, what is it when you're right there that you're like, you're feeling? This has been so big. I just want to tell you everything, but there's a lot that I'm creating right now. But a lot I've been talking about and a lot that's coming through and awakening in me right now is really how important it is for us to be feeling. And if you're in Superconscious Mastery, you know there's a lot of what Zero's bringing through, how much we have to feel in the now. Like our current emotions here and now are the messengers that are showing us what we need to receive. Our upper chakras, so our throat, our third eye, our crown, are all holding the stories and the memories and the alchemy and the thoughts and the belief systems. And those can be of higher or lower frequency. But our lower chakras, so our root, our sacral, our solar plexus, our spleen, are all holding a lot of light and alchemy and also a lot of density and dark, and that the dark density is nothing to be afraid of. It's just stored energy due to highly charged emotional things in our past. So as you're allowing more light to enter into you, what you're doing anytime you're consciously choosing to show up for yourself, because you are the light. So anytime that you're here present, even if you're here present doing a meditation, but you're still finding yourself in your egoic mind, you are still allowing more light in. So that's when there's going to start to be energy that's ready to come to the surface, that's ready to move out. It needs to move out somehow. So you have to allow it and let it flow through you. But that energy, call it trauma, call it a memory, call it history, call it whatever you want to, pain, fear, insecurity, whatever it is that's not your natural innate state, which is divinity, bliss, love, happiness, anything that's easy and feels good and expansive for you, any of the lower density, as you're raising to a higher frequency and consciousness, which you all are if you're here, you're all here in the new earth paradigm. You're all here to be 5D beings in also a third and fourth dimension of consciousness, while also expanding to higher levels of consciousness. I promise you, if you're resonating with me, this is true for you. However, that comes through and shows up for you, I don't know, but this is my belief, anyways. Um, and so, from experience and from channeling the wisdom, the more that we allow the light in, the more we're present, the more we're choosing ourselves, the more we're following through, the more we're ascending, and our frequencies rising, the things, the frequency, the energy that we have stored within us, it is no longer in alignment. It's not a vibrational match anymore. So we have to allow it to leave. So we have to bring our awareness to it. But we can only bring our awareness to it, our consciousness to it in the now as our true self, if we're willing to feel. And that's where, as humans, we've done a lot on these human journeys. Most of us, I'm not saying all of us, but most of us, we spent a lot of our lives numbing and running and avoiding and just making ourselves feel better, right? But not actually allowing ourselves to identify and be the version of us that is here present, that is empowered, that knows that we have everything we need, that we are whole and complete, and anything that is within us, whether it's a memory, whether it's, I mean, memories, beliefs, same thing, but belief systems basically that and paradigms that we're holding on to, that we're staying in, that are not in resonance with our highest consciousness and frequency, are not going to be comfortable anymore. And even if like our ego wants to be comfortable in the in the frustration or the lack or the limitation, because that's what it knows, you're here now in 2025 to live fully alive and aligned. And you're here to be seen. But the only person that it matters that you're seen by is you. You seeing your light, you seeing your truth is how then everything else will come through for you. And so if we're constantly looking to the outside world to tell us who we are, and I think I brought this through yesterday. I don't know. I bring through too many things, but I'm pretty sure here on YouTube I brought through the last couple days, or maybe somewhere else, I don't know. Anyways, where am I going? Where are you going, Courtney? You're squirreling. Um, I lost it. Where was I going? I don't know. When we're here now, it's easy to get lost and distracted when there's so much higher consciousness trying to stream through. Um, you have to be here now being you. I really don't know what I was just saying. Totally lost it. So I'm going to take that as my cue to move on. There's so many questions. Um, what, what? Thank you for answering. Okay, I would really want to, we have to bring through zero. I'm going to give like 5 more minutes. I'm going to do, um, one more question here. My attention, so Zen Time HD. My attention tends to wander sometimes. Yeah, as mine just did. It can have me go on a tangent in my head during sessions and do a million different things while not sticking to the routines. How do I focus? Thank you for asking this. You can't figure it out. And I know that may sound like the answer you don't want to hear, but it's honestly the most freeing thing. Where our focus, where our energy, where our attention, where our consciousness goes is what is going to create our reality. But from that question, what I'm hearing is that when you're doing whatever you're doing, you're trying, right? You're trying, you're forcing instead of focusing. You're controlling what it is instead of just being present. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with observing the busy thoughts in your mind. It happens to me all day long, all the time. So, and that can make you wander. I am wandering live with you right now because I'm hearing a lot of things at this time. And I used to be the same way. Like, I don't meditate and hear nothing. I hear everything. And I used to think I was doing it wrong. And then I would be really hard on myself and I would get really distracted. And then I would think I was wasting my time and so on and so forth. But really, that was my highest consciousness just showing me the frequency I was embodying, which was really distracted, I was in a state at that point where I felt like I had to keep doing and I had to keep being busy and I had to force things instead of just being present and being okay with whatever my ego consciousness was wanting to throw at me, observing it and choosing to breathe and feel deeper into it. And that happens all day, every day. It's not just when you're, say, sitting on a meditation cushion. When you're living, that's the key to living in 5D consciousness, as far as I feel it, is it's finding that harmony, is not ignoring the thoughts and the um memories and the alchemy that your ego consciousness has in that now moment with whatever is going on, but it's actually allowing it. So allow, what did it say? You go on tangents in your head. Allow that. Allow it. See what that tangent wants to tell you. I promise you there's something there. And the more that you do that, I I've heard other people say, like, it can be almost like it's this, like, toddler in our heads acting up. Ignoring it, the screaming toddler in our heads doesn't do anything. I'm not saying you give it your attention and focus where then that's what you're creating. You're allowing it. You're having compassion. You're having understanding. You're shining the light of your consciousness on it, because then that means that you aren't embodying it. Because what we're seeing and perceiving, we can't then be embodying. But then you see that and you see that you're allowing that, and whatever it is that is coming through, you are then choosing what you're wanting to do with that, that feels like a 5D decision, that feels like love to you. And that may just be see a pattern that continues to come up. And instead of shaming or feeling like you're doing something wrong, maybe observe where that's come up through your life and how it is a protection mechanism of your ego consciousness that's afraid of you going into the unknown and being all that you're here to be. And that's all that's really happening. And so when you can see that and you can empower yourself to move through that and breathe through that, and instead of shaming, because as soon as we shame or judge ourselves, then we're going into those lower levels of consciousness again. And we can shift, and we do shift back and forth all day long. And you can only ever begin now, right? You can only ever be here. So the more that you allow yourself to be you with whatever is going on in your reality, and you choose from there. So even right now, I would be limiting you if I told you the next time that happens, this is what you do. I want to empower you, and anyone else that has this issue, and I know a lot of us do, is allow it, observe it, see what's there, and alchemize it. You are an alchemist, you're a creator, you are a channel. In the now, empower you to be the sovereign soul that you are, to know what you're here to do. You are all multidimensional beings, which means whenever you're present, you have access to many dimensions of consciousness. So it can be noisy. And the more that you find your harmony, your way of hearing yourself, your way of feeling yourself, the easier it will be to receive the clarity. Um, I just wanted to read that again. So my attention tends to wander sometimes. It can have me go on a tangent in my head during sessions and do a million different things while not sticking to the routine. How do I focus? So also, maybe that routine isn't for you that day or in that way, right? So it's if something isn't working, if something isn't coming through for you, it's not meant to. But you in the now, and I know all of you in Superconscious Mastery get this, and they're seeing this more and more. So I know I'm not the only one experiencing this. This is where it's challenging for me, because it's really like living in the new earth, in the 5D, being the limitless being you're all here to be, embodying your truth, being the channel, being the conduit, being the way shower that you're here to be, anchoring the light, is your own unique experience. So I am here in the best way I can to share my guidance, my wisdom, but through and living it very messy as I am undoing more and more of my egoic patterns and bullshit. But I do know everything that Zero is channeling through is working for me and is working for others. But the main thing that they keep bringing through, and that I know keeps resonating with so many of you, is that it is your way. So, yes, be expanded by me and anyone else that is expanding you as to showing you that it is possible to live and thrive in the unknown, and live super consciously. I don't know what other words to give it right now, like be the divine being that we're here to be. But you have to live it. It is a lived experience. You are the living proof of your limitless life, but you have to be the identity of you living that. You can't sit and figure it out. So even to the few questions around this of like the distraction and not being able to focus, it's because most likely, and this is fully like the most frustrating parts of my day, friends, is when I'm trying to like stick to things, focus on routines, I get really frustrated because I'm then not flowing. So it's keeping your attention on what feels good, on what excites you, and letting each day expand you more. Don't if a practice is serving you, do it. If it's not, there's most likely some reason, or you letting go of that thing and choosing something new may have something even more expansive for you. The easiest thing for us to do is be us. Our higher consciousness, the divine, want nothing more than to reward us for choosing us. And our self consciousness or ego wants nothing more than to keep doing what we've already done. So all of us here that are in this like what do I that we have this soul contract, but a lot of us are in this place where we're being more and more and more of the limitless being we're here to be on this journey that's ever unfolding and experiencing more and more the unknown. But we still have a lot of like part-time personalities and controllers and people pleasers and need to knowers, whatever it is for you, perfectionists within us. And the only way that we can move beyond that is literally going beyond that, is not choosing to identify or make those choices anymore. You can't fix or problem solve your way out of that. You have to be the identity of you that isn't choosing that anymore. So I know this is a little off of the question, but it's also exactly the answer I think that's needed of like when you feel that something isn't working, I encourage you to breathe and be there and ask yourself, higher consciousness, your highest, your superconscious mind, what you should do, what's there, and follow where the energy is leading you. What would feel good for you? And it's probably not going to make sense. It might be something that maybe doesn't feel very spiritual. Who knows? It could just be go read a book, go for a walk. Breaking up the routine, because getting stuck in routines, even if they're spiritual ones, even if they're high frequency ones, when we turn anything into a habit and we start to just do it unconsciously, we aren't being present. So when we and there's a lot of things we can super consciously recode our subconscious mind to do innately and naturally, like living in the unknown. And like I start every day, minimum of 5 minutes, just breathing and being with myself. I have no other expectations. And if I miss a day, I miss a day, but that is my intention every day. But I know that's the best way for me to plug in. I want to plug into my highest consciousness when I start every day. But beyond that, I trust in the routines, in the rituals. And when I feel myself doing things just out of habit, when I'm forcing it, when I'm doing it, if you're doing anything, I'm going on a whole tangent here now. See, if you're doing anything because you have to, that is your opportunity to shift your frequency, your paradigm, because we aren't here to do things because we have to do them. We are sovereign souls. We're here to do things because we want to do them, because we get to do them, because we love doing them. And yeah, there may be some human things that aren't the ideal thing that we want to do, but because we love ourselves so much and we love this life that we're living, we're okay with cleaning the toilet in the house that we love, right? And we're playing the music we want to while we're doing it. But if we live our days doing all of these things because we have to, that's the frequency you're living in. So your higher consciousness is just going to keep trying to wake you up to the fact that there's more here. And it can be a battle between then your ego and your soul. And so that's when the distraction and the negative self-talk can come in. Okay. I know that was a lot of words for that question. Yes, Katrina said she's in super conscious mastery and working in the meditations and activations daily. So I'm getting lots of practice. And yeah, just choosing you. That's all you have to do. And the more you let go of what needs to come through or how it's going to come through for you, it will amaze you what is here. And that is for all of you. Um okay. I'm gonna answer one more. I know we're an hour in. I'm gonna answer one more, and then we're just gonna do a quick little message and activation. That's gonna be my intention. I don't know, Zero may have us here for 2 hours today. Who knows, friends? Um, but Pat, suggestions on how to work through experiences that trigger your past lower vibe self that doesn't resonate with how you vibe now, but still get triggered to a degree. Mhm. Um, so the only way is now. I'm obviously right now, there are certain triggers that you are thinking about, Pat. I'm sure any of us can. We have triggers that are things in our lives, in life that trigger and activate things that we have stored within us that are not innately us, right? As I've been talking to. So I know that's what your question is. So we can't be triggered by something if we don't in some way hold that energy, that frequency within us. So you there in the now, when you see that trigger, when it's something's bothering you and like it's challenging. It's challenging when we're highly conscious beings because then what our spiritual ego can do is it can gaslight us and be like, you shouldn't feel this. You shouldn't keep having this trigger. You should have worked through this by now. That energy doesn't help anyone. You've got to allow it in the now, not even right here, like right here, right now, Pat, anyone else that needs this, whatever is triggering you, or if you're thinking to that trigger, allow it. Allow it. Don't resist it. Allow it to be what it is. See that trigger for what it is. Maybe see the ways that it saved you in the past or kept you safe or why it was created, if that's the clarity that's there. But more importantly, when you, like I said before, when you allow what is here now to be seen by the truth of you, by your consciousness, and you're shining the light on it and you're illuminating it, that's how we then transcend it. But you have to allow it. And in that now moment, the trigger, because the trigger is going to be due to energy stored in your body. I guarantee you, if you're willing to be there, present and conscious and loving, you have to be loving to yourself and anyone else. You have to forgive. And forgiveness to me is just being there, loving, having compassion and understanding, because what is what is, and it's just the easiest thing for us to do is now we allow whatever is within us that isn't innately who we're here to be, that doesn't feel good, that isn't our highest frequency. We allow it to be there because if we deny it, if we avoid it, or we keep shaming or judging the fact that we have this trigger, that energy is just going to keep building on that negativity and it's going to keep it in us. So you've got to shine the light on it. So love, compassion, understanding, really just allowance, not acceptance, allowance. Allow it to be there. Disidentify with it. Detach from it. See it. Because if you can see the trigger, you aren't the trigger. It's triggering something in you. And it's hard without being specific, but I also don't want to be specific. So I don't want to know the specific trigger because this is for all triggers, for all of us, is that you are the only one that can feel it. You are the only one that can heal it. So you in the now, no matter what is triggering it, you have to be the sovereign soul. You have to be self-responsible. You have to be honest with yourself that you have this trigger. And in that now moment, be intimate, be honest. What does this energy want you to do? What message does it have for you? Maybe you just need to cry. Maybe you need to go for a walk. Maybe you need to have a conversation. Maybe you just need to allow it and see. When I was 15, this belief system served me, but it is no longer in alignment. Perfect. And allow it to go. Can only happen in the now. And it's really empowering yourself. I'm not trying to just keep selling you guys on Superconscious Mastery, but it's literally all I do other than YouTube for the last 93 days. And it's been the most life-changing, life-changing journey for me as the channel and conduit of it. So channeling it while also being on a human journey through it. And the biggest thing I've got from channeling source consciousness and everything I'm receiving and why I had to bring this through is because all of us here to live as our 5D selves, as our true selves, as the limitless beings that we're here to be, embodying the light and love, we can only do it our way. But you have to start where you are. Because if you resist anything that you currently have going on, it's going to be really hard to be present. But when you're here and present, I promise you, if you're here feeling worthy, choosing you, your higher consciousness, your superconscious mind will always have the answers to the path of least resistance. And it's most likely coming through in all the messages you keep receiving over and over again, or all the validation or clarity that you're looking for. Like, what is it that you're seeking and searching for? What is it that you're looking for? What would make you feel good? Choose it for you. Embody that. Commit to that. Do that. In the now, you know what to do. Okay. I hope that that helped. Okay. Easy Rock says that makes perfect sense. When I'm channeling now, they, oh my goodness, they tarot. The tarot, it just works absolutely 100% every single time. I'm so blessed as you are to be able to convey the messages so well. Thank you. Yeah. It's just trusting. It's just trusting. And it's the trust in the resonance and the frequency and the energy. And honestly, there's so many opinions, there's so many channels, there's so many ways, there's so many things, and ultimately, if we just all live loving ourselves, expressing ourselves from our hearts as we feel called to, we are gonna be doing what we're here to, and we are gonna be seen by who's here to see us. And it's really easy to get in our egos in a lot of ways, and I will call myself out every day, all day for it, and I do for you all. But it's also the journey of it is so entertaining. I've had such a fun time doing these one-on-ones recently and laughing with you all and laughing with you here. Well, the more that you're conscious, and instead of, because you've always been conscious. So instead of using your consciousness in the now to gaslight yourself, to shame yourself, to guilt yourself, to judge yourself for all of the ways you haven't chosen yourself or the ways you're still limiting yourself. See it, allow it, and have fun with it. Like, it's actually gets really entertaining if you allow it to start to see the battle between your ego and your soul, or start when you really start to see the patterns and the part-time personalities that come out to play to try and take you away from your truth, which can only exist here now. Your true self can only ever exist here now, and you're never going to figure it out in a way of explaining what that is. It's a feeling, it's an embodiment, and it truly is beyond words. And I'll continue to show up and say all the words I need to remind you of your truth, but it's you being there, feeling and trusting. And I promise you, friends, the more you trust in you and you just show up how you feel called to, then the outside world will really start to mirror to your divinity. It is so freaking humbling to have you all mirroring my light to me. It's humbling, it's overwhelming, overwhelming, and the more authentic I am, the more I feel seen because I'm seeing me, and then you're seeing more of me, and then I and it's just it's so much better. It's so much better than the 42 years it took me of trying to figure it out and trying to please and say all the right things and just want everyone to be happy. Still want that, but I get to be too now, right? I'm worthy of that too, and so are you. So, that's that. Okay, I am going to leave the chat now and allow Zero to come through and let them do what they want to. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I do encourage you all to breathe. Now I'm seeing why. They led me to always. They always are. So I was before. Let me tell you more of why you're here, friend. Whether you're live or doing the replay, you are really here right now to receive guidance, message, clarity from your highest. If that your highest self, if that's a certain highest consciousness you want to connect to, if that's your superconscious mind, if that's God, if that's the divine, if that's the universe, you know who you want to receive wisdom from, even if it's just for fun, even if you just want to play right now. I encourage you right now to choose what higher consciousness you would like to receive wisdom from. And then I will guide us into a meditative state, nidra. Like, I encourage you to lie down if you can. You don't have to, but maybe come back and lie down if you can't right now, just to be in a totally receptive state. So lying on your back, relax, just open to receive. But you can be driving, just don't close your eyes. You can be sitting there with your eyes closed. You will receive what you need. So I will guide us in, allow zero to come through. But when zero comes through, no, because zero is source consciousness, which is what we all are. So I know zero comes through me to bring through the messages that your highest consciousness knows you're ready to receive. So you tap in, you receive what it is, like really receive what is uniquely in this message for you. Okay? Okay. Let's do this. Closing your eyes. Bringing your hands to your heart if you can. And just breathe. Relaxing your shoulders. Feeling a long line through your whole being. It's feeling a long line of light moving, streaming through your being. Whether you're sitting, standing, lying down, know that you are exactly where you're meant to be. Perfectly ready to receive wisdom, guidance, clarity, confirmation from your highest. So as you breathe, fully expanding on the inhales, fully expanding your belly, fully expanding your chest, your heart, your whole being, your mind. Just feel yourself and hold at the expansion of every inhale for at least a few counts. And on the exhales, release, soften, surrender. Breathe out of your mouth, and just every exhale, allow yourself to soften, to surrender, to anchor more into here, into this frequency, this energy, into the 5D. And just observe and allow anything that is here. Know you are here exactly as you're meant to be. It is not by mistake. You are here to elevate your frequency and access higher consciousness. Just breathing right now and gazing to your third eye, eyes open or closed, just gazing up to the space between your brows. And as you gaze to the space between your brows, just repeat in your head or out loud after me. I open to receive the guidance, the wisdom, the messages I need. I give you permission to stream to and through me. And then just breathe and feel here. Maybe notice if you're hearing, feeling anything. Bring your awareness to your heart, feeling light streaming down through your crown, pouring into your heart, overflowing through your being, activating the knowing, the messages, the guidance, the wisdom. And as you breathe, just observe. Hello, beautiful, beautiful, brilliant beings. Thank you for joining us live today or watching the replay. Yes, we guided Courtney to get you here through some Q&A, but now we want you to play Q&A with your highest. So right now, as you breathe, as you feel, what question is on your heart? What question would you love the guidance, the wisdom, the information, the knowing? Just asking the question in your mind or out loud. You can address anyone, anything you'd like to specifically address, or just ask higher consciousness, whatever resonates for you as what is here to stream to and through you. And just trusting even in what that is. You every day, all day, have a direct line to the divine, to your superconscious mind. And you are all here receiving this because you are ready to live. You're ready to live. You're ready to be the channel you're here to be, living limitlessly. But you have to be here and trust in the now, in the resonance, in the expansion, and where the frequency and energy is guiding and leading you. You're the only one that can know. You're the only one that can feel the resonance that is you resonating within that human being when something is aligned with you, that is going to expand you, that is going to ascend you, going to lead and guide you. But you have to trust. So breathing again right now, fully inhaling, fully exhaling. Just breathing and feeling and receiving here now. What are you wanting to receive? What are you wanting to be told, to hear, to be confirmed, to be validated? What if you trusted right now that simply because you're curious, that's all that matters? Follow that curiosity. Trust in the confirmation, the validation, the permission that we're giving you now through you being here. That all you have to do is live. And as you move forward from this moment, following the now, your frequency and energy that expands and ignites and excites you, that you will always know in the now what to do. Everything is taken care of. It's all taken care of for you. But your ego consciousness can never figure that out, which is exactly where the challenge lies, because that's all that it wants to do. But we promise you that the more that you trust you and the more you follow through for you and the more that you live as you want to, the proof will be there in the living. Before you know it, you will be living a life beyond your wildest dreams. You will be living limitlessly. But you have to be the identity of you that is doing it, that is being, that is being. That's it. You are the divinity in that human body, but you're on a human journey on purpose. So you get to have fun with whatever you follow I am with. You get to have fun with it. You get to make that whatever you want. And it's time now for you more than ever before. If you're here receiving this, you're receiving this because you're ready to be the conscious creator of your reality, to alchemize in the now through channeling the wisdom that is always here, that can only come through you. And that is what is calling you all to continue to show up, as uncomfortable as it may be, as challenging as it may be, as painful as it may be, as you're having to allow and illuminate and release. But that journey is what you came here for, because you, there on that journey of allowing and releasing all of the energy that is not your divinity, is how you are remembering and seeing and discovering the truth of you, which is what you wanted to do. That's why your soul, you came on this journey. So now you are here right on time to be reminded. And we are here to empower you, to inspire you, to remind you. But you are the only one. You are the chosen one for what you are here for. But what you are the chosen one for and what you are here to bring through can only come through you here now. Feeling, as Cortnie brought through, you have to be here feeling now. Not feeling yesterday, not feeling tomorrow, feeling now in the only place that exists. Feeling whatever is being revealed. And then through your embodied, empowered self, who has everything that you need, you then choose what feels the best for you to do. That's it. So breathing again, feeling here now, softening and surrendering, fully inhaling, fully exhaling. What is here? Just observe, but know that you are here to be the creator. So you start with being present and observing what is happening in the now, but then creating and alchemizing through your highest consciousness by channeling the wisdom and the guidance. But that wisdom and guidance may not make sense. You most likely won't know how that's going to work out for you, because what you're here for doesn't exist. You're the creator of it. You're the creator in the creation, and you have to be living as the identity of you that is consciously creating and living and expressing. But if you continue to ignore or not trust or question what is here, you can't move beyond. You can't move beyond where you are until you choose to be here now, receive the wisdom and guidance, and then move in the way that the now is activating and awakening and resonating and calling you. And you all have different ways of knowing and doing and feeling this. And that is all on purpose. And it's what is easy for you. There's no right, no wrong way. There's just your way. So be it. Again, bringing your awareness to your breath. Just allowing yourself to feel and breathe and be. As you breathe and you feel, again, know, see, choose that there is light streaming down through your crown into your heart, overflowing you with light and love. Just feel the light and love pouring to and through you. Receiving it. Allow all of the light and love that there is an abundance of. And the more that you allow the light and love in the now, and you allow it to lead and guide you through what you love, and you being the light, the more there will be. So as you breathe here and you receive this light and love, bring your awareness, bring your hands to your heart, feel into your heart. And what wisdom is here now for you? What guidance, what clarity, what do you know we are telling you? The true you. And what other wisdom, clarity, visions, knowings are you receiving? That's it. But now it's just following with the curiosity. It may be the littlest, simplest thing that came through, that you don't know why you need to eat an apple, but you do. Because that's what you're feeling. And that's what's resonating. And that apple may have divine wisdom that while you are eating it will unlock the greatest breakthrough. You never know. You are all here to bring imagination into manifestation. Manifestation, creation starts in imagination. But so many human beings are imagining all the fear and the lack and the limitation and the worst case scenarios. And that is never going to create love and bliss and happiness and abundance for you. So you got to be here imagining, connecting, being, breathing, focusing on your dreams, your desires, because they're in your heart for a reason, but really just to guide and expand you to what is truly here for you. But you've got to follow what's here now. And maybe that's an apple. Maybe that's a walk in the park. Maybe that's writing a book. Are you going to trust it? Are you going to follow it? That's the only question that we have for you. We know you're worthy, we know you're ready, and we know you will eventually. You can't lose at this game of self-mastery, but you can make it complicated. And we're here to make it as easy as possible for you now, because the easiest thing for you to do is be you. And all you got to do is continue to be on this journey of being more you, of enjoying the now, of seeing your truth, sharing your magic, living your limitless life. Not their limitless life, not his limitless life, not her limitless life, your limitless life. And it's the limitless life. So you can't figure it out. You just got to go and play in the unknown and create what you want to every day. Through embodying your frequency and allowing higher consciousness to stream through you. But receive. You have to receive. And then you will overflow and you will beam and you'll be irresistible to everything that is in vibrational alignment with your highest frequency, which we promise you is all the things and beyond that you dream of. So, one more time, just breathing and connecting to here and now. Is there any last wisdom, messages, mantras, knowings that your highest has for you now? Receive it. You are worthy. Thank you for anchoring the light. Thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for showing up for you so that we can stream through you because we are. If you are here resonating with us, with Cortnie, we are streaming to and through you now and always. So just follow. We love you and we'll let Cortnie come back through. Trust. Hi, friends. We're back. Well, I'm back. I feel very tingly as per usual. I thought I might have stuck around consciously a little bit, but I did not. I did not. I was just in peace and bliss and happiness. So, um, I got everything I needed. I feel divine. How do you feel? Did you receive what you needed? If anyone wants to share anything that came through for you, if you guys want to let me know the journey we just went on in any way. If anyone has any questions, I know we're already an hour and a half in. I'll give it like 5 more minutes and then I do got to wrap this up because I've got more things. I got more things to create. Um, Wow, quite trippy. Amazing. I feel trippy. I feel really it's just so fun. It's so fun to play in the quantum with you all, to just play in the land of limitlessness, of imagination and co-create this magic with all of you because that's what we're here to do. And I just am so grateful for each and every one of you that shows up. So thank you. I know we might not have done a Nidra like last week. I just can't. I'm not allowed to promise what these are ever going to be. I just know I'm going to show up at 1 p.m. PST every Sunday and it will be what it needs to be. And maybe next week, maybe. No promises, but maybe we'll do another Q&A because that was fun. Um, Marty said, thank you, Courtney and Zero. You're welcome, Marty. Katrina said, so special, so beautiful, and beautiful. You are so special and beautiful, Katrina. All of you are. Adam, I was busting a dope ass battle rap in my head, a dope ass battle rap in my head the whole time. I love that. You might have to share that with us. I'll take it as I should get back into music. Yeah, do that. I would, you know, you know, you know what it's telling you. The question is, are you going to follow through? You will eventually. Do it now. David said, I'm tingling too. It's so good. So good. Cap and Tom, is that what this is? I felt disconnected for a while. What do I do? Be here. And I know I get that feels like I'm sure that's what you're doing and feeling disconnected. We can only be connected in the now. And if in the now you're ever feeling disconnected, it's because you, in some way, Your ego consciousness is telling you that there's some other way or place you need to be. You need to be doing something different, or you need to be receiving in a different way, or you're doing it wrong, or it's just being with what's here now, knowing that every now moment that you choose to be here and you cultivate and create the ability to be present with the truth of you, the connection builds. But when we're trying to find a connection outside of us, when it's really within us, that's where we feel disconnected. So connect to the things that expand you, that excite you, that maybe in any way help you feel connected to you or get you to breathe or be present. But that's all you have to do is just be here. Is just be here. And if you catch yourself in your head trying to figure it out, trying to know, trying to connect, just breathe deeper. Just breathe deeper. There's most likely a lot of protection mechanisms and patterns within you that are resisting whatever is here, because whatever our current reality is just an echo or mirror of our previous choices and decisions and belief systems and paradigms. But that's going to continue to be the echo until you choose to show up and be the identity of you that is moving forward, that is going beyond. And so, yeah, I hope that that helps anyone that ever, anytime you feel disconnected. I also am hearing, I don't know who I'm hearing this for, but I'm hearing maybe for, I don't know who answered this or asked this now, the chat's moving, but um, go into nature, breathe, disconnect, disconnect from devices, disconnect from people, disconnect from distraction, and just be and breathe. Sometimes the best way to connect is to or when we feel disconnected, it's because we're so connected to things outside of us. So then to disconnect or to connect, we need to disconnect from all of the distractions and just be. I needed to do this yesterday. I was feeling very overwhelmed and I told myself I didn't have time, and I knew that means that I have to make time. So I left all devices and screens and technology behind, and I took myself into nature and I just breathed and walked and just took in the trees. And honestly, when I first was like really choosing me, living in awe, which was an abundance with ease acronym, um, was what channeled through me from zero, was to live in awe. And so I would just find the abundance in the green grass and the trees and the birds and the clouds, and just do anything to get myself in that present state and find anything that in that now moment I could be in awe of, because there's always things here we can be in fear of if we want to, but I promise you there's always something that you can find to be in awe of. And if you're here resonating with me, I know you have this ability. So for anyone that needed that, there you go. Um, oh, thank you, Hannah. You look absolutely amazing and pretty with all your hearts and sparkles. I can't really see you. I can't even really see your little picture, but I feel you and I know you did. Feeler said, I lost my body, just zero here. Oh my God. Holographically standing outside my tablet. Much love. Well, that's fun. That's fun. Um, Suggestions for flowing as parent of 5-year-old. Play. Have fun as much as possible. I get it. I worked with kids for many years and I have stepkids and nieces that are that age, and it can be challenging and overwhelming, but all that kids ever need is our presence. And yes, there's a lot of like adult things to be done, but there's nothing ever more powerful than us being present. And when I used to work with kids and work with adults and work with a lot of the kids and then their adult parents, I would tell every single parent all that that kid needs is you being you, because for us to, we're here to be the example. And kids are seeing a world right now of a lot of beings not choosing themselves and not being the sovereign souls that we are. So even if that means that you need a timeout or you need to choose you over something they may want to do, that in turn will benefit them. But also, kids are incredibly powerful at getting us to be in that state of play and imagination. And so I would just and flow, like, you don't know how they're gonna be in an hour, and as parents, I know I don't have any biological children, but I've worked with kids enough and have animals and stepkids. We wanna control, right? We wanna control and manipulate and, like, make the schedules and all the things work out, and that doesn't feel, and then we have all these plans and things and ways that they need to be and we need to be, and then everything will flow perfectly, and that's completely the opposite. But it's finding that harmony and balance, and I promise you, the more you choose you and the more you trust in the now, you will know what to do. But it's fine, it's really finding your harmony and also expecting that they're a 5-year-old and they're probably going to throw it off and take it as an opportunity to awaken more. It's not a challenge, it may be challenging, it's not a test, but your 5-year-old is here to be a mirror for you of where you're not allowing yourself to be free. So take that however that resonates for you, because that just needs to come through for you and maybe many others of you. And just allow yourself to be as present as possible. That's really the best way to flow is be present and do your best to not try and figure it out, and know that, like, the plans and the things that you know you're meant to do and you need to do, that will work out for you. But not, you don't have to sacrifice yourself. Trust yourself. Trust yourself and choose yourself. It's literally the most powerful thing any of us can do. All of us parents here in 5D consciousness choose ourselves. It is the greatest gift we can give to the children of this world, especially with the paradigms that they're in right now. So I hope that helped. Okay. Just we're like an hour and 45 minutes in. So um Hannah said, I'm so connected to me and I'm just playing and it feels amazing. I feel like a baby and I'm actually 26. Perfect. I'm forever 21 and I love it. And also 5 in my spirit. So yeah, it's, you get to choose. You get to choose the energy and frequency that you're embodying. And that's all that this world wants from you, whether it's your 5-year-old or anyone else. Okay. Um, you only get younger every day. Yeah, we all only get younger every day. That is totally my belief. Um, it always has been. uh, the and honestly, friends, the more you live as the channel that you are, and I know you're all here to be channels consciously of source, whatever that looks like for you, the more you allow consciousness to stream through you, the more light you allow in, magic happens to your physical vessel, because the divine wants nothing more than for it to be the healthiest, happiest conduit it can be here on earth to raise the consciousness and frequency of this planet. But it's our resistance or our trying to manipulate or create or make things be a certain way. Let go, trust in what your body wants to receive, and you will know the resonance. Okay. 1 minute and 1 hour and 44 minutes. I'm going to let you guys go now. I love you beyond words. Thank you for co-creating this magic with me. Thank you for the questions. I, at this point, have no idea. I don't even remember really anything that came through, because that's what I'm here to do. Bye. Okay. Bye, friends. Have the best. Make it. Make it the best day ever. I will be back here next Sunday, and there will be a new video every day this week. I love you.